My name is Shannon. I am a junior at UNCW. I'm studying social work with a minor in criminology and another minor in nonprofit management and leadership. So I didn't grow up in a Christian home. My family looked for like a church here and there when I was younger, and then I moved overseas when I was 6 years old. I lived in the Netherlands for 3 years, and we couldn't find an English-speaking church or anything like that, so my parents kind of gave up on the whole search there. They also were like burned by the church a little bit in their relationship, so they didn't really enforce any kind of faith system. I'm the only believer in my family. My mom recently came to Christ about 2-3 years ago, so that's been pretty exciting, but it's really just us. So after I moved back from the Netherlands, my parents got divorced and it was like a messy situation, and I was looking for a new group of friends, and some Christians kind of took me under their wing, and I went to their church, and it was just really, I really just love the people. They just really honest about what Christ has done in their life, and through their example, I came to know Jesus at the end of my 8th grade year. When I was a freshman in college here, I started to kind of think about questions and hear different points of views, that people challenging me in ways that they haven't before. My family started challenging me. They would always say, like, if you were born in India, you'd be a different religion than here, and I started to kind of question those things. And I went on a mission trip to South Africa, and everyone on my team was kind of saying their way of life was wrong because their culture was different than ours, and so I started to think about, how can we call someone else's culture wrong, and who am I to say something I don't understand is wrong? And then that made me kind of question, like, is there a God for everyone? Is it, like, does it make sense to say that my way is right just because I don't understand someone else's way? So I started to really wrestle with my faith, and if believing in Jesus was like a relative thing, if like his truth was true for me and maybe wasn't for anyone else, which is a big lie you learn in college. I was going to Ratio already at that point, but not really invested. And I started freaking out about doubting. I was like, my whole life is gonna fall apart. Like, this is a bad thing. I was really like ashamed that I was doubting. At the beginning of my sophomore year, I started going to Ratio and just started asking questions. Aaron and some of the other leaders in Ratio made me feel really comfortable asking things that I thought were stupid and very basic to the faith. They made me feel like it was a good thing to ask, and really challenged me to ask good questions and to know why I believe what I believe. And that's actually helped my conversations with my family too, that I don't have to have all the answers, but they know that I'm asking questions and that they can ask me questions. I've kind of learned about Jesus in a way I haven't before. I'm very authentic with him in a way I wasn't all throughout high school, because I wasn't trying to have it together, but I come to him daily telling him I don't understand him, and learning to have freedom in that, and knowing that he's teaching me who he is, and we're supposed to seek him with our heart, mind, soul, strength, and he's really teaching me through Ratio how to seek him with my mind. And that doesn't mean coming to him with the answers, but learning them as I pursue him. It's super important to your faith, because we're not going to make it in the world just having blind faith. I think we're missing out on understanding the beauty of Jesus when we just follow him blindly. And in college, we're taught to think critically about things, and I don't think our faith is an exception to that. We should be thinking critically about everything that we're pursuing. And so having a place to ask questions is so formative in your relationship with Jesus, and also just the way you approach other people. I think it gives you a new level of empathy for people who don't understand Jesus if you become comfortable asking questions, and come to a place of humility that you don't have the answers all the time. So having a place to come has completely changed my faith.